So to begin your linked double crochet, you're going to start by chaining the amount of stitches that you want plus 2. So I want 10 stitches, so I'm going to chain 12. Once you have the amount of stitches that you want, you're going to work into the second stitch from your hook. Just going to insert your hook and pull a loop through. So this process of working into your second stitch and pulling up a loop counts as your yarn over that you would do in double crochet. So you don't need to yarn over now because you already have the stitch that you need. That counts as your yarn over. So you're just going to work directly into your next stitch, yarn over, and then you're going to use the same process that is usually used for double crochet, which is to yarn over and pull through 2 stitches, and then yarn over and pull through your last 2. The step that's different about linked double crochet is that you're going to work into this post here to create your next stitch. So you're going to insert your hook into that post, and then you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, and this counts as your yarn over stitch. So you're going to work directly into your next stitch. So we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now we have our 3. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through our last 2. So we're going to find our post again, which is right here. We're going to insert our hook into our post, yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to work into our next stitch. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 more. So let's keep on doing that. We're going to work into our next post. Okay, and we're starting to create our first row for our linked double crochet. So let's work into our next post. So you're going to find it here, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then work directly into your next stitch. And we're going to keep doing that until we get to our final stitch. Okay, now we've made it to our final stitch. So we have pulled up a loop. Next, we're going to work directly into our last stitch. We're going to pull through our first 2 loops. And then at this point, we're going to yarn over, insert into the same stitch space, pull up another loop, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2. And now we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 stitches left. This process creates a very clean edge, which you'll see as we continue to work up our swatch. So to begin our next row, we're going to chain 2. And before we turn our work, we're going to work directly into that second chain there. So let's insert our hook into that chain, yarn over and pull through, and now we can turn our work. So we're going to turn, and that process, again, creates the initial yarn over stitch that we need. So now we can just work directly into our first stitch. Okay, and then the process repeats itself. So we're going to work into our post. So we're just going to insert our hook into the post, yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to continue down the line. So let's do a few more together. So we're going to insert our hook into our post, yarn over, pull through, and then work into our next stitch space. Okay, insert our hook into our post, yarn over, pull through, insert into our stitch space, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through our last 2. I'll meet you at the end of the row to work into our last stitch. So now we've reached our last stitch. We're going to again work into our post, pull up a loop, and then we're going to work into our last stitch, yarn over, pull through, okay? And then we're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert into our stitch space again, yarn over, pull through, then pull through 2, and pull through the final 3. Okay, and then to start our row, we're going to chain 2. We're going to work into our second chain and pull up a loop, and then we're going to turn our work and then work into our next stitch. Okay, let's do that process one more time. So again, we're going to go into our post, yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to work into our last stitch. So insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert again. Okay, and then yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through our final 3. So I will show you a full swatch so you can see how this ends up working up over time and how straight the edges become. So this is a completed linked double crochet swatch. You can see how our edges are really straight on both sides. There's no gaping, there's no holes. Very clean edges. I'll show you another swatch. And here is an in progress cardigan using these methods. Okay, you can see that the edges are really straight on both sides, very clean edges, which I really appreciate. And you can see how there are no holes, there's no gaping in this project. And it is much warmer than if I just used double crochet. Let me show you the difference. So this was the raglan cardigan I was working on before I learned linked double crochet. And you can of course see all of the mesh stitches that aren't on this project because of the linked double crochet stitch. So it really does make a difference in your projects. And if you like this tutorial showing the differences between linked double crochet and double crochet, I hope that you'll like and subscribe.